Mr. Cain, you came under a bit of controversy this week for some of the comments you made about Muslims in general. Mm-hmm. Would you be comfortable appointing a Muslim either in your cabinet or as a federal judge?
No, I will not. And here's why. There's this attempt to gradually ease Sharia law and the Muslim faith into our government. It does not belong in our government. This is what happened to Europe. And little by little, to try and be politically correct, they made this little change. They made this little change. And now they've got a social problem that they don't know what to do with hardly. And here's the question that was asked that raised some questions, and as my grandfather would say, I does not care. I feel the way I feel. I was asked, what is the role of Islam in America? I thought that was an odd question. I said the role of Islam as American is for those that believe in Islam to practice it and leave us alone. Just like Christianity, we have a First Amendment, and I get upset when the Muslims in this country, some of them try to force their Sharia law onto the rest of us. Case in point, Oklahoma. Oklahoma had a ballot referendum, and they voted American law in American courts. That's the simple description of it. No Sharia law would be recognized in the courts in Oklahoma. 70% of the voters said, we agree with that. A federal judge blocked the implementation of that result. I don't know what the status of it is now, but how dare a judge come in and go against the will of the people?
Where are you seeing attempts to establish Sharia law?
They've done it up. One judge did it up in New Jersey and ruled in a case. Then last week we heard about a judge down in was it Texas? It might have been Texas, where a judge said that there was a dispute in a mosque, and he was going to consider ecclesiastical law in his deliberations because of a dispute that was going on inside the mosque. This is the United States of America. Even though it was going on inside of a mosque, that doesn't mean that you execute the laws based upon what goes inside of that church. What about inside of a Catholic church? What about inside of a Baptist church? Doesn't make any sense. And so my point is, the First Amendment guarantees people the freedom of expression relative to their religion. It does not guarantee them the opportunity to push their religion off on us. That's what the First Amendment.
My guess is this isn't ground zero in New York City. It's not hallowed ground. Don't Americans have a right of whatever religion under the Constitution, which you speak so much about, to free speech and freedom to worship?
To the people in Murfreesboro, it is hallowed ground. We are objecting to the intentions of trying to get Sharia law. Now, that judge may have ruled, but this case isn't over with yet. I believe it's going to go all the way to the Supreme Court. It's not hallowed ground. It's hallowed ground to the people in Murfreesboro.
But couldn't any community then say, we don't want a mosque in our community?
They could say that. Chris, let's go back to the fundamental issue that the people are basically saying that they're objecting to. They're objecting to the fact that Islam is both a religion and a set of laws, Sharia law. That's the difference between any one of our other traditional religions, where it's just about religious purposes. The people in the community know best, and I happen to side with the people in the community.
So you're saying any community, if they want to ban a mosque?
Yes, they have the right to do that. That's not discriminating based upon religion against their particular religion. There is an aspect of them building that mosque that doesn't get talked about. And the people in the community know what it is.
People are ruining America. It's sad. We must stay informed. This is one of our greatest weapons in this fight. And that is to know when they are trying to employ the sin tactics. I'm talking about the liberals. They don't have a three tactics. They don't have a strategy. They have an objective. The objective of the liberals is to destroy this country. The objective of the liberals is to make America mediocre like everybody else who aspire to be like America. That's their objective. And so the liberals, they have an objective: destroy America, make it mediocre, become part of this, whatever they call this world order stuff. But they do have three tactics, which is why we have to stay informed, or we will get head faked sometimes when they put out bad information or they attack the fair tax using lies, flat out lies. And if your young kids haven't figured out what a lie is yet, it's time for you to tell them, because you're going to hear a lot of them between now and 2012, because they are trying to destroy this country at all costs, and they don't care too much about the truth. They have only three tactics. S-I-N. They shift the subject. They ignore the facts. And they name call. Am I right? That's all they do.
Sexuality. Do you believe homosexuality is a sin?
I believe homosexuality is a sin because I'm a Bible-believing Christian. I believe it's a sin.
Okay.
But I know that some people make that choice. That's their choice.
So you believe it's a choice?
I believe it is a choice.
Okay.
Governor Mitt Romney claims he raised over $10 million in one day. President Obama claims he's going to raise $1 billion for his re-election. Herman Cain turns out over 15,000 people for his announcement. Priceless. There are some things money can buy. For everything else, there is Herman Cain.